All right, today we're going to dive deep, and I mean really deep, into the planet's most extreme arena, the ocean. This is a world where survival is this constant high-stakes game, and you're about to see some of the most ingenious, and sometimes just plain bizarre, strategies that life uses to win. So let's get into it.
You've definitely heard this phrase before, right? Well, for a lot of ocean creatures, it's not a phrase, it's their daily reality. I mean, take the flying fish. To get away from predators hunting them in the water, they literally launch themselves into the air. But guess what? That's exactly what the frigate birds up above are waiting for. If they fly too high, they're bird food. If they stay too low, they're fish food. It's the ultimate life or death tightrope walk every single day.
In the vast open ocean, there is absolutely nowhere to hide. It's this transparent world of constant conflict. Survival out here means you either face your enemy head-on, or you have to be unbelievably clever about not being seen in the first place.
So some of the most effective hunters out there, they barely even have to move. Meet the Portuguese man-o-war. Now this thing isn't actually one animal, but a whole colony working together, basically a drifting death trap. Its tentacles can stretch up to 30 meters, that's almost 100 feet, and they're armed with thousands of stinging cells. A single one can catch over 100 small fish in a day. Just incredible.
But, not every predator can just sit around and wait for dinner to float by. For most of them, survival means hunting, and that has evolved into a true art form, from just overwhelming force to absolutely brilliant coordinated tactics. So let's take a look at one of the ocean's most epic hunts.
So here's the target, a massive swirling ball of sardines. Their whole strategy is safety in numbers. By moving together as one giant organism, they completely confuse predators. I mean, to a lone hunter, this fortress of fish looks impenetrable. But the thing is, they aren't facing a lone hunter.
The hunt kicks off from the deep. Tuna strike from below, and their sheer speed and power force the sardines up toward the surface. This cuts off their main escape route, which is down into the darkness. And right there, that's the first crack in the fortress.
That chaos boiling up at the surface, it's like a dinner bell ringing across the ocean. Dolphins and sharks join the attack. And, this is the amazing part, they actually work together. Predators that would normally be competing are now cooperating, herding that frantic ball of fish and taking turns to grab a mouthful.
And now for the grand finale. After the tuna, the dolphins, and the sharks have done all the hard work, one final hunter arrives. A massive bride's whale lunges up from the deep, swallowing thousands upon thousands of sardines in a single gulp. Just like that, an entire fortress is gone.
But survival isn't always about being the biggest or the fastest thing in the water. Sometimes the most powerful tool you have is deception. So let's see how some of the ocean's cleverest residents use their wits to win the game.
Okay, so here we have a classic showdown. This giant cuttlefish. He's a true Goliath, right? Weighs 10 kilos, uses his sheer size to dominate his territory and guard his mate. But our other contender, well, he's a lot smaller. There's no way he can win with force, so he's got to rely on a strategy of pure trickery.
And his plan is absolutely brilliant. Okay, check this out. First, he totally changes his skin patterns and tucks in his arms to look smaller, less threatening, basically to perfectly mimic a female. And Goliath? He is completely fooled. He lets this female slip right past him, and while he's standing guard, our sneaky rival mates with the real female right under his nose. Talk about brains over brawn.
And the cuttlefish's deception isn't just for mating. It's also a master hunter. Now, a large crab is dangerous prey. It's got those powerful claws. So what does the cuttlefish do? It uses millions of pigment cells in its skin to create this mesmerizing, shifting light show. The patterns literally appear to hypnotize the crab, stunning it just long enough for the cuttlefish to make its move.
The challenges of the ocean have pushed evolution to its absolute limits. And the results are some truly unbelievable adaptations. Seriously, this is where things get weird and wonderful.
So let me ask you this. What do you think happens when a large, dominant female fish in a territory that's ruled by a single male reaches a certain age and size? The answer is one of the most remarkable transformations in the entire animal kingdom.
This fish is called the cobodai. When a large female gets to a critical body size, her body chemistry completely flips. Her female enzymes just stop working, and male hormones start taking over. And over a few months, her head and her chin actually expand.
She physically becomes a he and then challenges the old male to take over the entire territory. It's just mind-blowing.
And the list of these incredible adaptations just keeps going. I mean, think about this. A marine iguana, the only lizard in the world that feeds in the sea. An octopus that gets up and walks on land to hunt. Or down in the deep, a sea toad whose fins have become little feet. And in the pitch-black abyss, you have Siphonophores, creatures that clone themselves into living chains longer than a blue whale. It's truly unbelievable.
For millions of years, all these amazing strategies have ensured survival. But now, life in the ocean is facing a new, unprecedented challenge: us. The entire environment is changing, and these animals are being forced to adapt faster than they ever have before.
So, can they adapt? Well, here is a pretty hopeful example. Eden's whales used to have to burn massive amounts of energy chasing fish, but pollution has forced their prey closer to the surface. So the whales invented a brand new, low-energy technique. They just open their mouths and wait for the panicked fish to literally jump right in. What an ingenious solution to a man-made problem.
But not all species can adapt that quickly. Sharks, they've been the ocean's perfect predators for 400 million years. And yet, in parts of Asia, overfishing has caused their populations to crash by more than half. Their ancient survival skills are simply no match for modern industrial fishing. But here's the thing. Just as we are the problem, we can also be the solution. In Indonesia, fishermen who used to hunt the magnificent whale shark have now made a conscious choice to protect them, even feed them. And as a result, whale sharks are seeking out these safe waters, and their numbers are getting a chance to recover. It's a simple choice with truly extraordinary results.
Which brings us to our final and biggest question. The life in our oceans is the result of 400 million years of adaptation, of conflict, of ingenuity. It has survived ice ages, it's survived asteroid impacts. But its ultimate test is happening right now. Can it adapt to us?